Hello team, it's Glenn McNeil here. In this video I just want to demonstrate the problem that we're having with the breadcrumb trail. Okay, so let's just dig into a standard page here. You'll see that it seems to be working fine. Pages, subpages, and all that kind of stuff seem to work just fine. We've got home and about us. Good, so far so good. But once we start getting into the WooCommerce category, product categories, then it starts to get a little bit weird. So far so good though, right? We've got home, our collection, masterpieces. Let's drill into a very specific piece. Actually, this doesn't have subcategories. I want to go to a category that's got more. Okay, yeah, so we'll go to vessels, and then there's some subcategories underneath this. I just want to make sure that we're, okay, so hitting it, yeah, going down the right track here. So yeah, you can see that so far so good. Let's go from inside of vessels, let's go to vases and bowls, and that should show up correctly here. Vases and bowls, so far so good, right? But here's what happens when we go into a individual product. It just says, hey, our collection and then the product. So it's not, from the user's perspective, it's not easy to get back to where they came from. They may kind of lose, they may get, when this is fully filled out and there's, you know, all of the different photos, and they're finished kind of evaluating the piece, you know, in detail by going through all of these photos and kind of zooming in and reading all the details that will be here and any videos that there are to watch. They may forget where they came from. And I don't want them to have to rely on hitting the back button to figure that out, because most of the people who are going to be visiting the site are going to be old people. All right, so, and this back button does nothing of value, right? It's there on the breadcrumb thing, but it does nothing of value. It takes us to another product, but it's not even a product in the same category. So that functionality is not very useful. This ties in two kind of navigation issues together. As you may have seen in the job post, we've also mentioned that it would be great if there is a forward and back button, just like you might have in a blog post, a previous product and a next product inside the category that they drilled down on. So if we go back, we were in the under vessels and vase and bowls, right? And ideally, if they opened up this product and hit next, that they should see the oil lamp next and the white bowl after that, right? So if there were some buttons for them to tap on or click on to move forward and backward within that category, it would be fantastic. But watch what happens. We hit forward, and it doesn't go to the oil lamp. It goes to something completely random. Unfortunately, we've got a problem here. I see now that these products are in multiple categories. So it would totally make sense if each product had a single category that it belonged in, but unfortunately that's not the case, and it really does make sense for us to be putting these into multiple categories, because this is both a creature and it belongs in the masterpieces category, and realistic creatures versus fantasy creatures, it belongs in all of these, so it kind of makes sense. Now you could push back on us and say, hey, look, if you're gonna organize things, if you want to have that kind of functionality where you are able to advance from one product to the next, or go hit the previous button and go back to the product you were looking at before, then in order for me to program that for you, client, you'll have to say, look, you got to have one category per product, because that's kind of what I'm anticipating would have to be the requirement there. But you tell me, you're the expert, I'm not. I just know enough to be dangerous. Okay, so this is the behavior that we're seeing with the breadcrumb trail. Again, the problem is that it's not easy for people to get back to the category that they came from, right? Or, you know, just the whole purpose of having a breadcrumb trail is to make it easy to backtrack. You know, the story of Hansel and Gretel, that's where breadcrumbs came from. So we need that to be a really easy process without relying on them clicking the back button. Okay, so hope that all makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, my name is Glenn. I'm the hiring manager here, so thank you for your help. Bye.